Hi, welcome to Screen Source Junior, the shortened version of Screen Source where we're just watching trailers. We are going to be watching Darkest Minds, or The Darkest Minds today. Does anybody know what this is?
I do not.
I have no idea.
I've actually seen this.
Oh, this one you
There you
know.
go. Boom.
Carry the lead because I thought you hadn't seen it.
I have
Nice.
seen this.
Okay.
This is this the second trailer? Because we watched one before, and maybe the other one before was a teaser.
Maybe.
But from what I remember, it felt very X-Men-ish.
Yes.
And I think it's based off of a novel, like a
Yep.
young adult. or something.
I saw it in a theater.
Okay.
Cool.
So I remember thinking, is this is very on theme lately.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So let's just watch it. No one else has seen it.
Yeah.
Yay. I don't know what this is.
It's fun. Okay. I don't know. I was excited.
I'm gonna tell you
I was
a
like,
story,
I'll watch
okay?
it.
Ooh,
Yeah. I really
So
want to
it's
see
summer
this one.
in Salem.
Yeah.
I have seen this. I just didn't remember it. I didn't remember the name.
Doesn't bode
well.
I didn't remember the name. I remember
Pouring
the.
hot July, working part-time at the ice cream parlor. You have earbuds in, music blaring. But one day, your dad says, "Hey, let's go to Virginia Beach."
Right.
Were those gunshots?
Sounded like it, but
Yeah. I think it was
Is
music,
that
but I
Mandy
think
Moore?
it's
As fate would have it,
Yeah, Mandy Moore.
I spot you.
God, she's playing moms now.
And you're walking towards me.
Nice.
Yeah, this is a different version of the trailer.
This is
They're
what.
not giving away quite as much.
This is what I
You're
saw.
beautiful.
Okay.
This is the one I saw. I just don't remember the name of it.
Oh, they're playing up the romance of this a lot.
What happens next?
She got Thanos.
Cool.
I was gonna make that comment. I was like, don't do it.
like Infinity War, but
Well, I mean, it's so
Okay.
hard to not be influenced
Yeah.
by other things.
And this
Yeah.
is, I think, based on a young adult
Yes.
novel or series of novels.
Okay.
And I remember seeing this trailer before. I just had no memory of the title of it. And the thing that I remember the most is that girl who's the lead was the little girl in the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rue.
That's
Wow.
Rue.
Oh, nice.
That's Rue from the Hunger Games movies.
Right on.
And I'm
Gotcha.
like, get it, girl.
The other
Yeah.
trailer gives you a little bit more of an idea of what's actually going on.
Okay.
And you see a little bit more of the other characters as well. They speak. So it's not just
Right.
like these two, like the other two in
Sure.
the front there are main characters.
Cool.
But it is that it's like some sort of horrible thing is happening with the children.
Okay.
And if I'm remembering this correctly, it's almost like a plague or something. And so they're taking. That's why they have that children at risk sign, because any children who are exhibiting signs, and there are a lot of them, get taken by the government and studied. I'm not sure how much experimenting was happening, but I remember there was a lab coat scene.
Okay.
And so this is them breaking out.
Yeah, they get put into
Yeah.
isolation, and it's like, how do we move forward?
How do
from that?
how do they get together? How do they move? And she's very strong. You're not seeing
Cool.
any of her stuff in this, but I think it's the guy in the green shirt with the fantastic fro. He says something about like you were lying. You have some secrets, or like you're lying about what you can do, but that's because but it's like a smart move. He's like, that's because
strategic.
you know you're not telling us what you can do because you know we'd be scared, kind of an idea.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Looks like it says producer of Stranger Things and Arrival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are both fantastic.
yep.
And the director named Jennifer Hugh Nelson.
That's
into it.
awesome.
It's a lady.
Yeah.
It's a not white lady.
I noticed. I noticed her because she didn't direct the first Kung Fu Panda.
Right.
But she
was
did-
in the animation department in the first.
Yeah, and then she came back to do the second and third, I think.
Okay.
Guys,
Yeah.
guys, there's only one white person in this
Yay.
shot of the cast. Yay!
We
I
did
am
it.
sick of white people. Yeah, I know what I said.
Biracial relationship. It was very
Yay.
focusing on that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of stuff. A lot of themes we're probably going to see. in
Yeah,
For
this.
sure.
Some interesting visuals, very reminiscent of Magneto and
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Is when I first was watching it, I was like, "Is this an X-Men film?"
Is this a young Magneto?
Yeah, because I was like, "Is this another X-Men film?"
Well, I mean, sometimes they drop those and they don't tell us. What's the
Sure.
other one that's the one that's in like a mental hospital? It's super dark and terrifying. and
Oh yeah,
You know what
that's
I'm talking
coming
about?
out soon. It's like it's supposed to be like a horror
a
film.
horror
right?
Yeah,
X-Men
yeah.
movie, and that one.
I keep wanting to say The Runaways, but it's not that one.
No,
Not-
that's a
That's
series
the
which I
other one,
started
yeah.
watching, which I was enjoying.
Oh,
The
okay,
other
good.
one-
I can't remember what
I
that
can't
one's
think
called,
what
though.
it's
I know what you're
called.
talking
People are
about.
screaming at us
So
on
it's
the
funny
internet
you
right now.
mention
I'm
that like
sorry, it looks
X-Men's
really
been
good.
on our minds for this because Bohemian Rhapsody, which is the last trailer we watched, it was is directed the director of like all of those X-Men films.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I mean, and that is a huge series. It looks like
There's nothing wrong with being influenced
No.
by X-Men films.
Well, it feels like
Well,
tell a
but-
good
well,
story.
it feels like it's going to be a better
Is
movie
this
than
a-
they ever were.
Is this
so.
but this is an adult novel, or
I think
Yeah,
it's
I
a.
believe
I
so.
think it's a
Young
YA.
adult.
I'm sure-
I think
I'm
it's
sure
a
it's
young
a-
adult novel
yeah.
or series. I think that's the route.
But that's
think
been
it-
like that's a whole thing, and I
Yeah.
love that she's continuing that thread after being in Hunger Games.
And there's a
Sure.
lot of young adult novels. They can be really fun
They're
reads,
so
but they
good.
often focus on young female protagonists.
Yes.
Right.
And like having powers or going on journeys. And sometimes, yes, it's love triangles between like vampires and werewolves or mermen and
Nice.
zombies. I don't
Or
know.
sometimes there's a romance,
It happens.
but it's like all of the best. It gets all of the genres.
Yeah, I
Right.
let's shout out to YA books, honestly, because it's some of the best stories.
Yeah, I agree.
Honestly, and they're better in some ways than like adult fiction because they're not trying to sound like smart. They're not being pretentious. It's just telling a story.
Yeah.
Sure.
Speaking of, make sure to stay tuned or subscribe on our page because we're starting a book club in a couple of weeks.
We are?
And yeah, if you guys want to guest on it, I think we have a cast, but
I want to be on a book
yeah,
club.
We'll talk about it.
Can
a
I
little
just
bit
be in the
later.
club? I don't have to be on the show.
Yeah, I'll just be in the club.
That's totally yeah. and
Because
then you guys-
I will
We
have a
love
whole
reading.
hour to myself to talk about all the books I love.
we
no
can
worries.
talk to each other.
you read Name of the Wind. I'm derailing. I'm
read-
derailing. It's
read-
fine.
Read Game of the Wind, though. You should for the book club. For the book club.
Yes, this is a common thing over here at this table. The tangents, but that's okay. I'd say though, in general, we're all at least interested or intrigued.
it looks
Yes.
good. It looks good.
I want to see it.
Yes.
I'm not sure I will go pay $15 on
Yeah.
a Friday night to see this,
Sure.
but
Right.
I think I might want to go see this in the theater, especially if like somebody I know sees it first and tells me it's worth it.
Okay.
I do that a lot. That's kind of my thing. So
Right.
you,
There we go.
You let me know.
Sounds
Your
good.
first line.
but it looks fun.
It does look
It
good.
looks kind of cool. I'm
Yep.
into it.
Looks
I'm
like something
into.
I'd watch.
Yeah.
I like seeing the young folks.
I do
Yeah.
too.
In the movies.
And you know what? Actually, most of all, for me, I'm always interested in fresh new faces.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't
yeah,
know
definitely.
these people, but you did mention that
It's
She's
it's
from
only
Hunger
because
Games.
this version of the trailer I had seen before, and I was like, "Who is that girl? She looks so familiar."
She does.
And,
Yeah, I
and
saw the
s-
other one that's
that
like
one
embedded.
okay.
That's the one I saw.
But yeah, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's Rue from the Hunger Games."
Nice.
She was
She's
so
so
good in that. She
cute.
was a teeny little bean in that, and she did such a
Yeah.
great job.
now she's a big bean.
She's a big bean.
Good
for her. She's a pretty bean. She's beautiful.
Anything else before we wrap it up?
No, let's
No.
go see it, guys.
Cool.
Let's do it.
You want to wrap it?
No.
You do it.
Again, like, share, subscribe, all the verbs here on youtube.com/color circuit. We're doing a lot of trailers. San Diego Comic Con's going on, so it's kind of insane here at the Color Circuit house. My name is Dylan,
I'm Jessica.
I'm Stanley.
I'm Eve.
I'm Bridget.
and we'll see you guys next time.
Woo.